Together, we can do great things. And I think that's why we are here.
Today, it is no longer a partnership, but it's actually a marriage. It's a marriage of partners who have sat and decided to work just beyond cohabiting, just beyond partnership, and work together because this nation belongs to all of us. We need to engage with the private sector more and in a manner that is formal.
I think we need to have a conversation and see what can we do differently so that our unit cost of production comes down. And that to me is a major thing that we need to take on in our next session. I think it's time we make Kenya great again. And yes, it's got to be Kenya first, even in our negotiations in the region.
There are industries that are suffering in this country because of taxes that we have imposed to fight competitors. That culture, we must relook into it as Parliament. We must legislate for all, we must protect all, or we must tax all. If you want to start a new industry, start it and we will defend and we will protect and we will give you incentives. But you cannot allow you to use Parliament to tax your competitors so they get out of business. And it has happened. And we know each other. Tunajuana.
Please, when we consummate this marriage, let whatever comes out of it be our baby together. It has taken the church, religion, to speak up and defend that bill against misinformation. If we hear your voice, you will influence policy, you will influence positivity in our country and positive news, and kill the culture of misinformation and disinformation.
We have a house under the new constitution that respects the cardinal principle in the constitution that the centrality of our constitution are the people of Kenya. Therefore, we are open to discussion, to sharing ideas to make this country better. We must be patriotic. 2, we must bear fidelity to our national interests. 3, we must fight the vice of corruption in our midst.
The only way we'll move to practice is if we don't lie on that tube. Because we discuss a lot of policy, we've done a lot of great bills together, but I think the challenge has been that. We've talked about Kenya being the 6th largest economy in Africa, but what stops us from being the first? You know, we've said we're the best country. What stops us? It's actually that, moving from policy to practice, but moving also from a macro to micro. When we sit here, we are all looking at the macro, and they look great. But when you go to talk to Wanjiku, she's feeling the pain. So why has the macro not moved to micro? And that's a conversation we want to have today by moving from policy to practice.